Listen, I know that you might be frustrated because you're doing everything right. If you're eating healthy, then why aren't you losing weight? Why isn't your skin looking vibrant? And why are you aging so quickly? Penelope and I have lost over 260 pounds with no loose skin. We're a mother daughter, and we're here to tell you the foods that we ate that made us fatter, sicker, and even more tired that we had to ditch.
We noticed that 79.2% of you are not subscribed. So if you're not subscribed, what are you doing? Come subscribe. We give you 5 days a week of free weight loss advice. And I mean, come on. It's a pretty cool vibe over here. So I'd love it if you'd come join. We really appreciate all of your support. So please don't forget to subscribe.
The thing is, these foods are also masked as healthy foods. So you're probably really frustrated because you think that these foods are healthy, but you're also realizing you're not really getting the results. You're maybe aging prematurely, your skin is looking dull, and you might not be able to lose that stubborn weight.
The 6 foods that I would eat on repeat when I was 320 pounds were the reason I was 320 pounds. So if you want to know what those are and how to stop eating them, keep watching this video.
And the number one food that people think is healthy for them that isn't is oat milk for a number of reasons. Number one, the oat milk that you're buying at the store or that you're getting at Starbucks or any other shop for that matter is going to have fillers in it. But more importantly than that, it spikes your insulin. And it's a grain. So if you want to live a really healthy life, I think oats aren't a bad food, especially if they're whole oat groats. But you don't want to be drinking oat milk if you really want to lose weight and have beautiful skin. And that, I know it's really bad news for some of you, especially if you have a nut allergy or seed allergy or even a lactose or casein allergy, a dairy allergy. So I get it. But actually, oats are also the top food that's soaked in the pesticide named glyphosate that pokes holes in your gut microbiome and gives you leaky gut. Not only does it spike your blood sugar, which disrupts your hormones, but it also causes problems long-term in your gut microbiome. So if you love your oat milk lattes or your oat milk matchas, I want to encourage you to try something new.
Number 2 is these gluten-free pastas. You think gluten-free is so good because there's no gluten in it. Well, they're usually using potato starch, or they're using chickpea and rice flour, or red and rice flour.
Are you calling me out right now? No,
No,
seriously. It is my binge food. I'm fully transparent about it. Like, it doesn't matter how much pasta I make, I'm going to eat it. I don't care how full I am. I'm going to finish the pasta. Pasta is definitely my binge food, and I really don't eat it very often.
So instead of eating these gluten-free pastas, you want to look for pasta that has one ingredient, which is chickpeas
Or
red
lentils. Yeah, or even black
Mung
beans, mung beans. That's a good one. High protein pastas. Because there's just the gluten-free pastas. I got so fat eating gluten-free
too.
pasta.
Me too.
Brown rice, white rice. I mean, buckwheat.
Tapioca, potato, tomato.
And it's like quinoa pasta, but actually it's got like corn and tapioca or cassava. Cassava's great texture, but it's kind of going to spike your blood sugar. Not kind of, it's going to spike your blood
Okay,
sugar.
well, you guys, if you want to stop eating all processed food and you really want to step up your game and you want to step it up and you want to look like a hot woman again, you can start using whole foods as your pasta. So zucchini, you can use carrots, you can use
Sweet
sweet
potato.
potato you could use if you want to, I don't
It kind of
recommend.
disintegrates. Potatoes disintegrate.
Well, actually you could make curly fries using your spiralizer.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I'm just, giving you some options here.
There are a lot of options. Another really healthy whole food is granola. And a lot of people love to eat granola. I know so many people who are into acai bowls. And it is topped with granola and honey. And it's like, oh, it's a whole foods. And it's so good. And they're like totally whacked out of balance because there's so much sugar in an acai bowl. And so listen, it is a lot of fruit and it's amazing for you, they say. But when you really look at the ingredients of the granola, you're noticing that all of those nuts and seeds in the granola are toasted at a high temperature. That's not much better than eating fried food. I know, newsflash, I'm so sorry. That be the bearer of bad news. And most of the time, the granola is coated in sugar. And then it's topped with more sugar. We don't know if that honey is really raw, but it's just like fructose upon fructose and upon fructose. Now listen, maybe you're going to go do 600 steps after your acai bowl. Then I'm like, go for it. You'll burn that sugar, no prob. Might not lose weight that week, but I mean, that's okay. But if you're going to use that glucose, go for it. Your body loves glucose as fuel. Listen, an acai bowl is a lot better than eating a pint of Ben and Jerry's. I'm going to give you that. So, it's just about steps. Like, what step are you willing to take today? And maybe your step is, I'm going to have an acai bowl, then a pint of Ben and Jerry's. And that's going to be a huge step up. But sometimes we think that granola is a health food. And I'm just here to tell you that it's not.
So what can you eat instead of granola?
I like to make my own granola. That's what I started to do, where I would sprout like my buckwheat. I would sprout buckwheat. I would soak my nuts and seeds, and then I would make it my dehydrator.
Brilliant.
That might be an edge for some of you. Like, what's dehydrator, and what do you mean soaking and sprouting? Like, I totally get it. It's not for everybody.
Oh, also a really good recipe you can do is you can use oats. You can use oats, but you just don't need to use a lot of them because who really eats a sheet of granola anyway? I don't.
Some people.
But hey, if you're going to eat a sheet of granola, eat this one. It's
better than cookies. It's better than cookies, but not much.
You can just use oats and dried fruit, like dried berries, like blueberries and strawberries, and a little bit of monk fruit, and it's really delicious. And you bake that.
I mean, really what we do, Penelope, in all honesty, is that along our journey of losing 265 pounds, or is it 270 now? I don't even know. She just came back from a trip. I honestly, I keep hug her every morning. I'm like, are you thin enough yet? She eats like plain yogurt, plain Greek yogurt. It's a really high protein yogurt. And then we top it, or I top it sometimes with some sunflower seeds that are raw. Sometimes I top it with some walnuts that I've soaked and dehydrated.
I prefer frozen blueberries because it makes it like ice cream texture, very, very thick.
Yeah.
And it gives it a great crunch. You can use raspberries, you can use blackberries.
Wild blueberries.
It's just divine.
Yeah, I also really love it with fresh peaches this time of year. So there's just endless options, but what we're saying is remove the additional sugar, the added sugar, remove the grains that are, perhaps not organic, or, granola is really junk food. And even those Kind bars, sorry, they're just not that great for you.
Comment a pencil emoji if you're taking notes right now while you're watching this video. I hope you are, because this is golden advice.
So one of the other ways Penelope gained a lot of weight, and she was adamant about this. She just left home for the first time to live elsewhere. And she was on a protein, I am only going to survive if I have protein bars. So she would buy by the case these protein bars. They really didn't work for you.
What were in those?
I looked at the ingredients, and you wanted me to sponsor it. I'm like, Penelope, I can't in good faith sponsor buying
But you guys, I thought they were so good for me because they said 90 calories.
Yes.
And they were those protein whey bars or whatever.
I don't know. They had 17 grams of protein or something per bar.
But they didn't even keep me full.
Oh, gosh. That's why you needed so many of them, I guess.
No.
But you
they
put
were
on some
my
weight.
Candy bar. And I put on some weight eating them because they had processed ingredients my body couldn't absorb. So then I was just eating way more food and result of feeling so hungry because my body wasn't getting the nutrients I need. So you can make your own protein bars at home.
You can.
You can make them out of black beans.
Yeah.
You can make them out of chickpeas.
Yeah.
You can make chickpea cookie dough, brownie cookie dough. It's on our Instagram, actually. I recently made a brownie cookie dough with protein from Trivani. Trivani, I love Trivani.
A lot of them are just candy bars.
Basically.
Yeah, but some of them are good.
But you can easily make them at home within 10 minutes.
But if you're in a pinch, there are a couple brands that are good. I don't know what they are, so I'm sorry I can't tell you, but I've heard of that.
Trivani makes a great one. Equip also makes a great one. Prime just came out with a new line.
Okay, awesome.
So Trivani and Prime are ones that I know.
What about Simple Foods? Do they make one?
Yeah, I think they make one.
Okay, so this leads us to our next topic, which is smoothies. Believe it or not, smoothies, of all things, could be keeping you fat, sick, and tired.
What is in your smoothie? Let me ask you.
That's the question.
What kind of protein powder are you using? Let me ask you.
Yeah.
Protein powder is actually usually the source of why the smoothies are keeping you fat. It's not the fruits or the milks. It's usually the protein powder and the nut butters.
And exactly. How many tablespoons of nut butter is in your...
I'm looking at y'all on Instagram, and y'all are pouring jars and jars of flax seeds and hemp seeds and oil and MCT oil and avocado, and I'm like...
how many
thousands
thousands of calories are in your smoothie?
I'm all for the vitamins and nutrients and phytonutrients and micronutrients, but that's ridiculous.
Okay, so I'm not trying to say I'm better than you, but I'm just saying what works for me is greens. I stuff as many greens as I can into my blender. I add water, a little bit of nut milk, some protein powder, one that I love. You had the Snickerdoodle one that I think was really working against you. But you loved it though.
I love Select.
Hey, it's better than ice cream.
Select is good. It's a step up. It's not the answer for weight loss.
No, when you plateaued and then started to gain, you're like, what's going on? I'm like, oh, you might want to rethink your smoothie. I was trying to be like, oh.
All right.
Oh no, it's seriously. So check out what's in your smoothie. Hit us up for some recipe ideas because we have plenty of them. And smoothies are a great way to sneak vegetables into your life because the more veggies I eat, the better I feel and look, by the way. So I just feel like it's a great thing. I know I'm really tan right now. I've been in the sun a lot. So this is not just because I eat vegetables. It's, you turn orange if you eat too many carrots. Anyway,
Yeah, I do. Remember when I was little and I went to Europe and I ate carrots for 2 weeks?
your hands came back.
And my eyes.
But no, I have not really been eating a lot of carrots. I just happen to be kind of yellow.
Hey, but if you eat carrots, they're good for your eyes. So comment down below carrot if you made it to the end of this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you want to join our Women's Accountability Group and you want to lose weight once and for all with no loose skin, and you want to learn how to break your bad habits once and for all, you should definitely apply to see if you're eligible to be in our Women's Accountability Group. We're only accepting amazing, awesome, and ready women. So click the link in the description and we will see you all the time.
Hey, just a reminder, the work we do is real and it lasts forever. And the women in our group are changing their lives in a way that they will never forget because nothing tastes as good as being free, healthy, and thin feels. Hey, we noticed that 79.2% of you are not subscribed, which means you're watching our videos, you like the content, but you haven't made the commitment. So we would love it if you would subscribe.
And if you want to join our Women's Accountability Group, don't forget to click the link in the description to join. We're only accepting amazing, awesome, and ready women. So please join if you're one of those. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And we will see you all the time.